I'm sure many of you have at least heard of creepypastas before. They are usually scary stories made by people on the internet that involve some sort of horrifying phenomenon that has happened in the world, whether it's about a supernatural being, strange things happening at abandoned places, or even those lost episodes of certain TV shows. The most popular examples are Slender Man, Jeff the Killer, Smile Dog, Eyeless Jack, and Sonic.exe, to name a few. Of course, almost all of these stories have been claimed to be false. Yet, I remember experiencing something that has left me feeling rather, how do I put it, uncomfortable. Let me tell you about it. So, just for starters, I think I kinda need to tell you who I am. My name is George, and I'm a college student. I'm really into movies, video games and all kinds of other pieces of media. I'm a bit of a tech-savvy sort of guy, if that makes sense, and I like to use a lot of popular softwares on the internet like Reddit, YouTube and Discord. I like searching for fun videos to watch, making memes, and overall letting my imagination run wild. So, now that you know a little bit about me, let me tell you about what happened with this experience I had. I have this good friend on both YouTube and Discord, and his name is SonicFanPrime25. He is also like me, being very tech-savvy and is very interested in technology and media. Back in 2023, he was working on his very own full-length YouTube movie with another friend of his, which was called The Origins of the Speedverse. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but this movie is basically about characters from all different kinds of media, whether it be cartoons, movies, video games, anime, etc., who all live in one single universe after a collision merged all of their own individual worlds together. It's a pretty simple concept for a film, but I really enjoyed watching it, and I can tell that Sonic fan put a lot of love and passion into this big project of his. That was until I heard rumors on Discord from his other friend who worked on the movie with him that there was actually an unreleased director's cut of the film that Sonic fan had apparently made. This piqued my curiosity and I began to search for it. I managed to contact Sonic fan on a Discord VC and asked him everything related to the origins of the Speedverse, general questions like, where did you get the idea for the film? How long did it take for you to make it? And whatnot. So when I finally asked him about the alleged director's cut that his other friend had told me about, he just fell silent, and I could even see his face going pale. He then proceeded to tell me in a rather scared tone,
"Don't look for it. Just don't. Just let the memory die."
He then suddenly hung up on me after saying that. I was a bit confused on why he would suddenly hang up on me like that, but I shrugged it off and it was pretty late too, so I decided to try and go to bed. The next day, I DM'd Sonic fan about the director's cut again in an attempt to find more about it. A few hours later, I finally got a response from him about the director's cut. The message had said,
"Okay, George, if you really want to see it, then I guess I can't stop you. Since you are my closest friend, after all, here's a video file of the director's cut. But I must warn you, the things that you will see in this video will forever stay in your mind for the rest of your life. So please, proceed with caution. Thank you."
Along with that was also a single video file which looked to be the director's cut for the origins of the Speedverse. Now, judging from what Sonic fan had said in that message, I became a little bit hesitant on whether I really wanted to see the director's cut at this point, but, of course, me being a curious and somewhat rebellious teenager, I clicked on the file and began to watch it. Oh boy, how I wish I could take that all back now. When the video started playing, something already seemed off. Sonic fan's channel intro was surprisingly not playing at the beginning of it as it should do. Now, you know the part at the beginning of the film where the intro credits are shown and there's a picture of a galaxy behind it and we hear the narrator speaking? Well, the shot just stays there. It was just frozen on the spot. No music. No opening credits. No lines from the narrator. Just silence, and the cosmos in the galaxy. After about 6 minutes of the screen just focusing on the galaxy, it then cuts to the part where Rex Ancient, the film's main character, and the others are going through the prehistoric jungle. This really shocked me that it was being seen this early, because this scene was very late in the film. Again, just like the opening scene, it was also just silent, as it showed all the characters passing by various dinosaurs. Suddenly, it cut to static for about 5 minutes, but once again, it was still silent. The weird thing about this is that I could very vaguely make out some kind of scene through the static. It looked like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, one of the characters in the film, standing over Rex Ancient. And then, he proceeded to lift Rex up by the mouth and started to rip him apart, as blood, guts and body parts splattered everywhere. I nearly vomited at that sight, but after the video clip ended, the film cut to the scene where Rex Ancient and the others are about to fight Bowser and Dr. Robotnik, the two antagonists of the film. When it got to the part where Mario and Sonic were battling with them both, it then cut to static again. This time there was no hidden scene thankfully, and it was just regular static. After that it cut to the scene where Mario was about to finish off Bowser, but this time it went on a bit longer than usual. Before Mario could finish him off, Bowser unleashed his fire breath on him, and it disintegrated Mario into nothing more but a skeleton. This emotionally affected me greatly, as Mario was one of my favorite characters from the film. It then cut to all the characters at Princess Peach's castle, where Rex Ancient learns about the death of his parents. The disturbing thing is the scene just keeps on going. Rex Ancient then ran away from the castle into a huge cliff. Rex Ancient eventually jumped off the cliff, which ended up killing him due to the impact of the fall. There was even a horrible shot of Rex Ancient's mangled and broken corpse. And instead of the credits playing at the very end, it was just nothing. The video finally stopped playing and ended. I was left in complete shock and confusion about what I had just witnessed. Now I completely understand what Sonic Fan had warned me about, and those images in the director's cut were literally burned into my mind, and I haven't felt the same since then. Unfortunately, my mind wasn't quick enough to think about deleting the file, so it's still out there, somewhere. If you ever happen to stumble upon a questionable looking version of the origins of the Speedverse, just stay away from it. Other than all that, I hope you enjoyed reading my experience.